start stuff. We'd received notification yesterday that it was in the yellow zone, and when I went out and started it, it kind of went before it caught, and then we only drove between 30 and 40 miles yesterday, and that was with several stops in between. So the idea is to go for a long enough drive that we keep the battery charging. So we took some back roads out away from home and ended up going through Bertram and Vernon. We're in Texas, but and now we're just about to enter Lampasses. Just hit the city limits. About 6,900 people. I'm watching because the thing was signaling that the light might change before we got there, but it's good. Okay. And while I was watching that, I failed to keep an eye on what the speed limit is, so I'm going to drop down to about 55 because it was 70 coming into here. Ah, there's one that says 45. All right. Now this is a two-fold thing, maybe a three-fold thing. We are anticipating, I think I'll slow back down again, that's 35. We are anticipating at some point in the not too distant future to move out of our RV and into an apartment. One of the apartments that we have put application in, or are putting application in for, is in Lampasses, Texas, which is about a 40-45 minute drive north of where we're staying now. So since we had to go for a drive anyway, we're going to drive up here. I put in the coordinates for the Methodist Church up here. We really like the Methodist Church we're in, down in Liberty Hill, but realistically, when the weather is bad, when there's fog and rain, can't say the rain is bad because we haven't had any for a while, of any substance anyway.
It's a long drive.
It's a long drive. Alright. Now unfortunately I'm going to have to stop the video because the map is telling me where to go. I can't see with the video on. So check back with you later. Okay, this is Lampasses Estates, or Estates at Lampasses. It's a much larger complex than I thought it was. And it does look very much like the ones our friend up in Waco has, except she does have a little sitting area out front. Well, I guess these do too.
Linda might be sitting out.
Well, I've been looking at people. I guess we didn't go any further this direction though. Well, you could look see if you see any Iowa license plates.
She doesn't have a car, I don't think. I don't know for sure, but it was somebody brought it down.
No, that doesn't go in place either. Huh?
That would be the clubhouse and office.
I would assume so, yes.
And
Okay, well, we saw what we wanted to see while we were in Lampasses. We found where the Methodist church is. We found where the apartment complex is. I'm not really sure whether there's really called apartments because they're more like a duplex or a multiplex. Anyway, we saw where they are and we set the Google Maps to navigate us to Lakeline Mall in Cedar Park so that I would know how long it takes to get there. And it takes just about an hour, 57 minutes. So that would be an hour drive down and an hour drive back. Once assuming that I'm going to be Santa this year at Lakeline Mall.
about a half a tank of gas a day.
Well, just short of 12 gallons. And let's just say $2 a gallon. Because we're well below that right now. We're more like $1.65 or something in most places. So let's say $2 a gallon for 12 gallons, $24 every day that I would spend getting back and forth.
1/5 of your paycheck.
And what?
1/5 of your paycheck.
No, not 150.
It's $125 a day, isn't it?
has become where we live, and we're still here next year, and they're still having Santa at the mall next year. I'll see if maybe there's a mall closer that I can work at. No, we'll see. Well, I didn't want to leave the conversation off right there, but we arrived safely home. Thank you for those of you that were concerned that we were out driving and vlogging at the same time. But we arrived safely home, and I did. We also stopped and bought groceries and picked up my medications for the day. We arrived home, and one of the other things that I purchased was a light switch. We've got a light switch in our hallway upstairs that it's undependable. It's got a short in it. It had a short in it. Now it's out of the wall, and another light switch is put in there. So, and it was hot when we arrived home because we hadn't left any air conditioning going. And that little bit of strenuous work of taking the small RV light switch out and putting in a regular household light switch, which meant I had to make the hole a little bigger, and I had to keep stopping because I was bending over and the sweat kept falling onto my glasses and I couldn't see. Anyway, when I finished that tiny little bit of strenuous manual labor, I came and sat down in my recliner, and we got to talking about the fact that last night when I was laying in bed that I kept wishing I had some popcorn, some regular movie type popcorn. And then Ella kept talking about it and saying that she really preferred margarine on her popcorn rather than butter. And the more we talked about it, the hungrier for popcorn I got. So I made popcorn, and I'm checking. I don't think I have any popcorn still in my beard. Anyway, so we ate the popcorn, and I was back in my recliner, and I went to sleep. And it's quickly approaching bedtime, so that's what I think I will do here shortly is go to bed. So I hope y'all had a really good day, and that it has been everything you wanted it to be. And we'll see where life takes us tomorrow. We love you.